I'm currently doing my yearly declutter, and I happened upon photo stuff, a whole file folder full of photo stuff. Now, whenever I was in college, I started out as an art major, did that for a year, mental breakdown, had to get out. But since I had so many courses, I decided to minor in art instead. And I think the last one or two, I can't remember if it was one or two courses, that time period kind of all blurs because it was so long ago, but I took at least one photography class where it was black and white photography. We had to take the pictures on a 35mm film camera and develop the film and the photos ourselves. And so it was a really fun class, even though my teacher was a real prick. It was such a fun class to do. So I thought that it would be a little fun today to sit down together and take a little trip down memory lane and take a look through these photos. All right, let's open this up. All right, so I remember definitely whenever I took this is a guy playing a trumpet on a park bench. Just started with the class, and my friend and I were walking through the park on campus, and this guy was just sitting by the pond and was playing his trumpet, just practicing. All right, so this must be the difference. So whenever you develop your own pictures, first you, of course, develop film, and you get your negatives like this. And so I think we can actually hold it up. Yeah. And hold it up and see the negatives. Unfortunately, I don't have one of those negative viewfinders. So I definitely want to get one though to be able to see these negatives a little bit better. And then you develop them in many different ways. You can just to see the different dodges and burns and the different. So as you can see, it's the same photo, but this one is much darker than this one is. So I'm going to take them out of the sheet covers. This one I actually like more, and more than likely this is one that I presented for an actual grade. Since it is cut, there's no actual whiteness around. I like that you can see the detail specifically in his hand. That is really neat. So I feel like this is the very basic picture, and I still do this a lot. I still take pictures of my shoes and other people's shoes. Would have more than likely, let's see, what was I drinking in college? I think just black coffee. I was in that phase where I was just trying to drink black coffee. So just some black coffee and my ballet shoes, my flats here on a bench. This was on the main drag of campus, or one of the main drags of campus, and that coffee shop unfortunately does not exist anymore. So this is a piece, I did a series from the St. Joseph's dinner that we had in town every St. Joseph's Day. It was a piece that we had to do texture. So I took the negative and I actually scratched it with a key and destroyed it. And unfortunately, I didn't really like the way that this turned out, but fortunately for me, my different teacher, my different art teacher loved it, and she thought that this expressed so much anguish and so much artistic ability. But I don't know. I didn't really like how it turned out. Another campus picture. Obviously I knew I took this picture, obviously, because it's hanging up in my parents' house, but I don't know why I forgot. I will have to get this one framed. I love it. So this is my father, and that's my late grandfather, and we were in Branson, Missouri when I took this picture. I love this picture so much. I really don't remember where this one comes from. I really wish that I would have actually written on the back, but this is another one that it's the two, or maybe three, no, just two of the different lights. So this one is a little lighter than this one is. This is another one from the St. Joseph's dinner. So just the wine. This would be a really cool still life to paint. All right. And so this was, where is it? This is the same picture. So this is before the negative was destroyed, and this is after the negative was destroyed. Some devotional candles set up, a basket of fava beans, and some money. I guess that was a donation. I'm not sure if it's all Italian culture or just Sicilian culture that the fava beans are seen as good luck, and that if you have one in your wallet, money will always come to you. The candle being distinguished in church. I really like this one because I was able to capture the smoke, which I'm really glad that I was able to pick that up because it is so light with all of this dark background. Oh, these were the people some of the people rather, that I worked with when I was in college. Unfortunately, I can't remember this person's name. Diane, still to this day, Megan, one of my closest friends, and this was our coworker Jeff. That was one of my jobs throughout college, was I worked in the computer lab of the library on campus. The squirrels on campus, they are not shy at all. And this one, I swear to you, saw me and posed for that picture in the music hall, the music building, in one of the practice rooms. Bike station, the bike rack outside of our art building. I wish I would have written it down on the back, or wish that I would have a list somewhere to see exactly why I took what I took. All right, so this was my desk at home. There's a lot to unpack here. I still do really like the musical, but at the time I was obsessed with Spring Awakening the musical, and so that is from the album, because at the time we were still using like CDs, so that's from the CD, one of the art pieces. We have some film here, incense here, Hello Kitty, huge Hello Kitty fan, still am. I don't know, I used to have like the quote a day sort of things, and I hung up my favorite quotes with Screenplay by Disney and a Harry Potter postcard. More devotional candles. This one's a little scratched up though. I must have done that with the tongs, because whenever you're developing pictures, you're not supposed to pick them up with your hand. You're supposed to use tongs, but sometimes the tongs were very rough because they were old. Because we all shared the same instruments to actually develop our pictures. So sometimes they would scratch the picture. All right, so this is from one of the shots from down the table from the St. Joseph's dinner. Don't know why I just said it. Couldn't remember. I don't honestly remember any of these people's names, but that is my mom talking to people. I'm pretty sure that if she would look at this picture, she could name every single person at this table. So I took a picture of this cracked mud from a drought, just a darker version of the one before, distinguishing the candles. Yeah. Okay. So this is what you would do also, I'm remembering now, and we might come across some of these. So you would, instead of, I don't want to say wasting, but instead of using a whole, this was the only thing that like we had to like pay for was like our developing paper and of course like our film. But instead of using all of this to see what the actual negatives look like, you would take a few negatives and you would make a, I can't remember what they were called, but like a sample almost. And so you do a sample of the many different exposure times whenever you were trying to develop the negative. I have a lot of these, I'm sure. I remember making a lot of these. So we had to do a self-portrait, and I don't know where it is. It's probably somewhere in the back of my closet, but we had to do a self-portrait collage. And so I just took a lot of different pictures of myself in varying forms. I'm looking because here's another one. So this is one. This is another one where, let's see if we can get it. This one was a little too dark, so I had smudged up. It was like all of the different emotions within me. That was the whole point. Like we had to show a collage of the different parts of ourselves. So I picked the different emotions, and this was a little too dark, but all my makeup, if you can't see because it's so dark, all my eye makeup is smudged and going down my face. The park on campus used to have, I don't know if they still do because I haven't been in a few years, but they used to have playhouses, like life-size playhouses for little kids. So that's one of them. Some theater seats. There's a lot more in here than I thought there would be. Oh, this is the underneath of my parents' table. More on-campus shots. We must have had an assignment that was just to photograph various things on campus. Darker version of the one before. More than likely asbestos-filled walls that were crumbling on campus. From my car, I loved this car so much. But unfortunately, it's no longer with us. It was totaled. So these are some more pictures from a show in Branson. So unfortunately, with this, and it's why some of these pictures are a little bit on the blurry side. We were taking black and white photos, but we were not allowed to use a flash. So I was trying to get some pictures of action, but because there was no flash, it's a little bit blurred and a little bit dodgy there and very grainy. Film that we also had to use was like a lower, it wasn't like a high speed. That was meant for action. Still, all in all, that was a ball that was being thrown up in the air in the audience. Another Branson picture of a trolley, a lamp, the side of the lamp. And then that's the wall in the back. Here we go. This is another thing that you could do. You could put a whole bunch of your negatives into like one test strip like this. And so I did this to figure out which one of these really I wanted to take. So picked this one because I don't know if you can see, it is circled. And here they were, these pictures make me very, very happy, but also very sad. These, I don't know what these are. I think shoes. I love this picture so much. So I have some more of Megan here. Also, what are these sunglasses? What are these sunglasses? Like why were they popular? All right, going on to some more. So yeah, so those, let's see if we have any that are actually new or if it's just more of the others. Ooh, I need to actually sort out those negatives. They're just sort of everywhere. Must have been the one that I actually put up to be seen. Darker ones. Darker when I was playing around. I do remember doing a few of these, and I was playing around with the different lighting. Squirrel again, trolley again. Oh, who is this? It's a cat, but I don't know which cat. I don't know which cat that is, but cute. I assume this is from Branson as well, because we don't have anything like that around here. Is that fire? Jeez. This one is super dark. Or I guess not really dark, but just like kind of one-toned or two-toned. Don't really like that one. The squirrel again, the beans again. Yeah, okay, well here we go. Yeah, so this is what's gonna finish it out. So some more that it's the actual negatives that were developed in like the strips. Some of these I wish I would have actually developed 4 pictures. Like that one, I really like that one. I swear I did develop that one. Maybe I just didn't keep all of them. That one's really cool too. This is where that guy was. So it was a little pavilion on the lake. Pond, sorry, not lake, pond. And these are all way too dark. And I feel like time has darkened them as well, which is definitely unfortunate. Because like that one is, yeah, like that one's the one for my car. That one is the one of the first ones we looked at that had the coffee cup and my shoes. I really like that one of me playing the piano. Yeah, some more music hall stuff. Some bagpipes. Where would I have seen bagpipes? And these are some more from Branson as well, I think. And the show, this was all the show that I tried to do and unfortunately failed at because it was so dark. All right, so that was a lot more than I thought I had in this. I thought that it was just a few and then like mainly just negatives, but I really enjoyed looking back through all of these pictures and it's really making me want to start developing my pictures again. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this and you would like to see more things like this dealing with photography. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of your day with me, walking back with me through memory lane. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day and I'll see you in another video that YouTube should be recommending now.